boy, we've only just scratched the surface. But now, though, here we go, as Cloud9 are going to look to do something that has been quite challenging for every team in this competition, and that stops Sentinels. Out of the gate, though, Dapper, he's going to get a few shots connected there, bringing his HP down. They got that camera out, though.
Yeah, that's really nice. But he was spotted, I think, just like kind of backpedaling in that position. And now C9 can feel the pressure towards B. They've got 4 players set up there already. Doesn't seem to matter for Shazam. He'll pick off TENZ. Shinobi's up on the rafters, though. He has a really good angle here. Can he find any damage? Oh, just barely gets 1 kill. Shinobi with the heal. Oh my god, why is no one taking down Shinobi? Vice, in the meantime, picks up all the rest of the kills. What the hell was that? Sentinels look so good.
What the hell was that? That is the best way to put that, Dan. Shinobi was there staring at every single member of Sentinels, and all he had was a classic and a dream, and he managed to accomplish that, stay alive, get a few kills in the process, get himself a little closer to that res. But a good start here for C9. It was really the paranoia that slowed him down completely. After that came through, they were pinned. They had nowhere that they could possibly go.
Yeah, that was a really great defense. I'm not sure if C9 just are running an A retake setup there, and it's just sort of blindly, which is often can be a great setup. We not hold that fort. We'll get a quick dash up A ramp. The action continues very quickly here as Mitch. What on earth is going on? Mitch with massive value there. And
dude, that was amazing. He had to deal with 2 players and a boombot. TENZ going to wrap the corner. Spike is down. He's got this thing locked down. He's going to fly in. Oh my god, TENZ! He just dominated him. I mean, look, they had classics. They were trying to stop him. But when you see him play like that and just the goal that TENZ has to fly in to the face of Sentinels, perhaps this gives you hope if you're a Cloud9 fan.
I feel like this is like a wrestling crossover, Alex, because this feels like what TENZ does here with the satchels. Like you bounce off the ropes and just clothesline across the
Macho Man Randy Savage. He hit him with the flying elbow off the top rope. It was beautiful.
That was insane.
A couple Mr. Perfect drop kicks. You got yourself a match, people.
Oh, absolutely. That's so awesome to see. Shazam pulling out the operator straight away. And we'll have to see if he can find any value there. We get the initial pressure with the Cypher for Sentinels. Dapper towards that A ramp. He's going to take a ramp control. He's actually all the way up, which is huge. And Sentinels can play with that lurk late in the round. Or in fact, he's not alone, actually. So this is looking like a great start for Sentinels. Sinatra up there on A ramp as well. Lots of pressure here. This gives Sentinels loads of options to go towards A to threaten the A split, when in reality they can also open up the B site, and they can, in the pull and push of all of the pressure onto the sites, they might get a pick, which then will tell them where to go in the mid-round.
Sinatra barely missed Mitch there, as Mitch holds a tight angle. Relix is going to wait for that opportunity. If he does assign to Paranoia, they can push this. But that first kill coming in, perhaps there's going to be a response there as Dapper swings, gets a kill on Relix. He's going to be caught with that Paranoia. Now a lot of work is going to be in the hands of Mitch here, but he's going to be good for it. Good for 2. Down to 11 HP, but he's got 3 kills so far. He also has enough time there for that alarm bot. They know exactly where these guys are going to be located. Just look at Mitch, man. He's just playing for all these angles, continuing to commit to heaven, forcing them to have to make this plan happen. And Zoms is going to be pinned in the back here.
Here we go. Zoms, he's got a lot of work to do here by himself. The wall is at least up for now. As I say, then it will get spammed down. There's so many players. And look at this. Sentinels regroup. They want to play off of each other here. Now Stick will make some noise towards this A-ramp position as Zoms swings in from A-heaven. It's up to Zoms now, and they're going to start to pressure that defuse. Sick with 1 kill. There goes the wall. It has to drop for it. Vice is there right below, and it doesn't seem like there's much that can be done against this crossfire. Great play from C9, and it all started with that wall bang onto Sinatra, that free opening kill.
Dan, is this happening?
I don't know. I don't know yet, Alex. I think it's early days. Early days.
Okay, I'm going to shut up. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. But if Mitch keeps shooting like that,
yeah, that was great movement.
That's a problem.
And also Sentinels, they were hanging out so long on top of A ramp because it's all they had. They didn't get a pick anywhere else on the map, so they went with what the ground that they did have. And C9 has so much warning of it. It gave Mitch so much time to work.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade.
So some early response there, sending a slow orb down just to kind of give some cause to pause here for Sentinels as they'll group up on mid. They're going to fly right into this potentially. Shazam goes into ropes. Now they are going to be on an eco, so they have to take some close fights
Tripwire destroyed.
Play the angles. Nicely done there. Sick unfortunately goes down, but Vice manages to stay alive. Well, or not, I should say Shinobi unfortunately goes down for C9 as it is Sick who's always going to be clutch for this team. And just when you think that you can count out Sentinels, they manage to pull something out of the hat like that. The res comes through as well. TENZ, he does have that up. He's going to look for the reposition as well. And they don't need to do anything else on B. They did everything that they had to accomplish there. They can send this right over to A, get that spike down, and make C9, the remaining members, come to them.
Yeah, this is a really strong hit now of the A side. Obviously not much to stop it. There will be that turret that will give some info as to the fact that indeed it is going to be a finish on A, but here comes TENZ from above. Can he find an angle? They spotted him here, so they shouldn't be giving him anything. There's the boom bot. Oh, we actually connected on the boom bot there. That's absolutely savage from TENZ. You showed TENZ a target. Doesn't matter what it is, he's going to shoot it out of the air. Sending out a boom bot of his own. And they may have to give up on this one. The operator is a costly weapon, very expensive. Half of your max money, 4,500 credits. And could get some exits here. Oh my god, there's so many targets. TENZ is going to do well to survive here. They're going to hunt him down here. Ghost is out. Stingers, though, doing their job. And I'm really happy to see the Stingers. I think the Stingers are very underrated.
At that range, too, it's really good. I mean, think about that fight that happened at Male, right? Like, the Stinger, you're not going to get, like, a multi-kill out of that. Like, you're going to have to back off and reload because the clip is so low. But the range that it has, it's short like that, and people don't really know how to respond to it. So it was well done by Sick.
The rate of fire is just extremely...
So fast.
If you are playing with a Phantom and you don't hit the headshot, and you're up against the Stinger's going to melt you. You're just because the rate of fire is just so insane. But we'll see a different approach here. C9 are actually in a position where I was about to say they could catch the aggression in mid. They put a deep ice orb, but Shazam with the Jett is able to punish that before they could get back out of it again, and that gives a great presence here in mid for Sentinels. And C9 are in a dangerous position now because they just lost everything. And so their money's not going to be amazing. And do they decide to try to stack a site, or do they want to play for information somewhere and try to then stack after they get that info? Everything is risky.
Yeah, there's no clear decision here that would work out well for C9 at the rate that it's going out. They're just going to have to play this one out. Now, if they do decide to invest this detain into it, they can push them back, and perhaps, even then, you're going to push them right into your teammates, which is not something you necessarily would want. So just more stall, forcing Sentinels to make a decision. 4v5 though, and as the clock continues to tick and they look to favor this B site, I get a little concerned about Sentinels. They have to make a move happen.
And C9 have the tripwires towards ropes. They know that it's committed towards B. Oh, Mitch! Almost with the transfer there. Looking pretty good initially, but the kills coming in for Sentinels. Their setup, their coordination's really on point. Relics with the luck. He might try to spray through the smoke there if he knows his angles, but not too much to be done. I think they were trying to... Was he trying to ping... Okay, I think he thinks someone is in the corner.
Yeah, it will be way too risky for them to try and take that. They don't have paranoia. They don't really have anything that they could work with. A 2v4 as well. I think a safe play here is for them to save this one. And yeah, Sentinels, right? They waited for the perfect time to go in for that attack. Had Mitch gotten the spray transfer, though, whew, that would have been dangerous.
One thing that's really interesting that is I've been seeing pretty consistently on Split, like that C9 can benefit from in the situation that they were in when they went down a player, is that, yeah, they have to give up mid, but they have the trips in ropes, and I mentioned this in the previous Split that we played too, and a lot of teams on the attack aren't clearing the tripwires in ropes, which means that as a defenders, you can stack towards the B side of the map because you get enough warning when they destroy that trip to rotate. Now, the great thing, if attackers start clearing that tripwire and that becomes the meta, then you're never going to know whether or not they're resetting out of that afterwards and then going back to B, and then it becomes really confusing. But C9 had the benefit of that, but they still didn't have relics towards the B sides when the push came in, though. If maybe he was there, could have gone better, perhaps.
Yeah, him being cut off from the action really did hurt them in the end. Now, as we look forward to this next round of play, Shazam opting to make his way over toward the A site and look for this pick potentially, but they're not really going to give him anything to work with. Meanwhile, going on at B main, you have Sinatra trying to work this one out, figure out what's around, what kind of utility they can rip away from this. There's the camera.
Clearing that util, trying to create that pressure. I believe we had the cage towards the ramp as well, so just the default playing out for Sentinels, and they go into the delayed mid-take after the extremity pressure. Mitch in a very committed angle, and he's going to go for the commitment onto a second player as well. You don't usually expect someone on the left from the attacker's perspective, because as I say, like, you have to cross. Usually if it's an Omen, you can TP across and make it safe, but you're not expecting Killjoy to be there swinging on you, so that's a great kill and some good info early for C9.
Well, now here we go. As Sentinels, they did some work over toward mid. Got some intel. There goes a responsive TP to get some info. Does actually find, I would imagine, finds at least one or two. But a Paranoia is going to stop that push right in its tracks. The Shinobi and Relics, they're going to connect for two. TENZ joins the action. He's still going to be up top in heaven. Clean there for the ace of C9. And they'll manage to pick themselves up a win here. It was looking like a little problematic for them, but they responded very, very well to that last push there from Sentinels.
I love this setup from Cloud9 on the A side, the Sage Omen combination, as you noted, that Paranoia. But I really love this ice wall that you can see on your minimap from the Sage, because you get a headshot angle towards the approach there from the attackers, and you don't expect that angle. You're looking towards the screen on the actual site itself where the Omen is. So that's actually a deadly setup with just two players.
You have a lot of creative ways to play with ice walls. It's not just about blocking doorways. It can give you a lot of off-angle presence that you normally would not be able to get with any other agent, which is the reason why, despite Sage falling out of meta a little bit, not like entirely, Sage is still, she's so good.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's back to that mid pressure again for Sentinels.
It worked for them before.
Let's see if they can find anything here, and C9, they don't want to give anything up for free. And they want to make sure that when they do finally go for information, they're not burning their utility at the early point of the round. Oh, that's what we're talking about. The rocket comes through for TENZ.
He gets the kill on Sinatra. That was going to be dueling rockets, and they actually both go off, but TENZ is going to get the better of him here.
Goodbye, Boombot.
Yeah, short life. Short life. No, don't worry. She'll make another.
Well, it's a 4v4 now, and Sentinels reset the situation. C9 will need to try to pick up info at some point. Again, they can rely on the tripwire that's in ropes to know that Sentinels cannot be splitting from that A or the ropes position, unless, in this case, as we can see, they're going towards the ropes. The ice orb is there as well. Do we get the clearance of this? There it is. Okay, so now this signals to C9 that the play from ropes to A is happening.
So you thought there, but Vice is going to get contact there against Shazam. They'll now be able to find themselves with that neural theft. TENZ needs to just get out of dodge. That turret, pesky, ever present there. TENZ gets banged right through that double stack of boxes. And more delay coming into Shinobi, which is looking to try and stop this one here, but unfortunately will not be able to stay alive long enough. Plant has gone down. Relics is still going to be alive, and it's sick. Clutches up, brings Sentinels within one.
Whew, that was a close one. That was so close. I love that Sentinels had the presence of mind to destroy the trip there. That made things really confusing. I think that really helped them get that initial entry towards B Heaven as well.
Because Vice was not ready for it.
Absolutely. And he gets murdered there on the trade, so... I like the ice wall here as well from Shinobi, allowing him to prevent his opponents from hitting him from both sides at once. He can isolate 1v1s, have a fighting chance in those duels.
It also allowed Relics, too, to know exactly where they were pinned on when he came in. It's just unfortunate that his options, he also was tagged up big time. Now, though, again, Shazam working the mid as he has been in the past, but we got a bit more of a spread out here, and an investment going toward B. They're looking to try and see Sinatra at least, if he could try and push this one forward. They don't have spikes, so we've seen them do this before. Well, they'll send Sinatra and they'll try to see if they could get into that B site and pull some attention back. Does not work out. They get the kills instead. Sentinels down to just 3 players.
Ooh, this position from Mitch. Oh, it's so good. Oh, he's just so perfect. And that angle is so strong because it's the way that it works is that when the players are going deep, as he waits in the angle where he isn't spotted, and if they go a little bit deeper, they're suddenly exposed to male. So that's why they have to look male. but then when they move a little bit forwards, they're then exposed to him. And so they would always
no
have to
choice
do a
but to
big
commit.
turn.
Yeah.
Exactly. And sometimes teams will run a crossfire setup off of that idea. And so normally that's where you would expect the player to be, as opposed to the first time we saw Mitch there, where he was in the other angle. So there's some mind games with how you play these angles.
They got so much utility in the mid.
Did that connect? I saw paint bomb connection. Oh, well, it didn't actually connect, but it's a great idea. I saw bend the paint bombs there
Not
from
something
C9.
you would expect all the time. The slow orb comes through, and then some nades to blow you up. Always a plus. Now, though, I just wanted to comment on this, DDK. Like, just the spread out of their utility in mid and the way that they're playing. Yeah, you're right. Like, they are just... It's the benefit of Killjoy. You are able to set and forget so much utility. The alarm bot, that's great. Because now, like, even if they destroy it, like, it doesn't matter. Like, they're going to know. They have intel.
Yeah, it's really important. And you can see here as well, it's the Boombot's not used until just sub 1 minute here from the defenders. They want to use that utility as late as possible, and that's going to give them the most good information. But if you can draw the utility early on, the attackers can reset, and then you don't know what's going on as the defenders. And here goes Sentinels on a split to the B site, and Mitch, he wants to meet the action with the operator, and he's going to do just that.
Sinatra's going to try and fly into the base here as he's going to be further down low alongside Sick, but TENZ gets a nasty headshot on Shazam. That's going to be happening up above on Heaven. Oh no, Sinatra's about to get a taste of his own medicine. It doesn't work out that way, but they do, man. Well, they blow him up with the nanoswarm. What does Riv call it? The digital molly?
I think so, yeah. And, I mean, this is kind of crazy. C9 are just straight up playing some great split here, and Sentinels are struggling to get their attacking rounds to work out for themselves. And a lot of it does come down to just, let's say in this instance, we see Mitch has the presence of mind, knowing that the push is coming in to actually push B main. And knowing that he will be overwhelmed if he tried to hold his ground on the site, instead he takes away the B main position, gets the pick on the lurker, and then then he can play off of his teammates. So perfect play so far from C9 in these defenses.
Save here now for Sentinel. Shazam looking to get in the action up ahead. The alarm bot will connect as soon as possible, and it does. It brings it, so that will ping Relics to pay attention to this area here. Does have a paranoia in case he needs to deal with this, but he's going to get swung on there, and Dapper will clean it up. Not before Relics picks up 2 kills of his own. Rotations are going to start to come through now. You got Mitch looking to join up into the action to detain. Oh, that's nice. That's going to force him off of this.
That's actually a great lockdown. I like that a lot. And there was that ice wall angle. You can see how good it is. The angle to Heaven as well. And nice trade out of Sick. And it's
no, he got detained.
Yep, goodbye. Knife him, please.
It's so long. It takes
Oh my
forever.
god. Mitch couldn't get there because he got tagged by the cam. Ooh, 2 versus 3 here for Sentinels. They got 40 seconds to try to find a way to win this round, and it looks like Sick might be going for the run towards B, but he's going to be up against Raze on the site, and they know exactly what he's doing now. So TENZ is going to have an easy time of this perhaps, but maybe not. He's going to go for the satchel. Oh, you just don't know which angle it's coming from.
No, and it's so fast. Dapper on the flank, though, could be a problem here. I think that Mitch was perfectly aware of it previously, because it never really seemed like he committed to leaving the angle. And yeah, he had an inclination that Dapper was still going to be there, and he committed to it the whole time. So C9 looking good here on defense split. Not shocking, right, that they're getting this much out of defense with this composition. How do they do on the attack, though? They need to get as many rounds as they possibly can here, DDK.
Absolutely, and I just want to take a moment to say I am really impressed with Mitch. Just his versatility, the fact that he's on the Killjoy, but he's playing it kind of aggressively in certain spots. He's playing the rifle, he's playing the operator. He's making great decisions in all positions he's in. He's definitely such a great player, and it's a joy to watch him work. And
call out my fellow forehead sideshow. Mitch is top 10 NA. Come on, man. You know?
And we'll have to see, as you say, like if Sentinels can just scrap together at least 1 more round so they have a fighting chance moving into that defensive side.
The problem is, even if they get 9-3, I still feel like Sentinels have a chance. That is how good Sen is on split.
And they've got a lot of ground here at the moment. Moving into B Heaven for free. They surely should be suspicious of this. Sinatra's in B main at the present moment, and we have this. I'm not sure whether. Okay, there's no cam here for TENZ to play off of. This is an extremely exposed position. This is a TENZ position. I'd like to try to deal with this tapping as he, oh my goodness, he can't get much more than one, unfortunately. And Sick with the res onto Shazam is going to make life really nice here for Sentinels, and they should be good to go on this after plant.
They are most definitely going to be able to get this. You got 3 players left alive, though. Cloud9 with an opportunity to decide what they're going to try and do here. First things first, get rid of that wall in heaven, take control of this. Keep your eyes on Mitch. If he gets an angle, if he gets a shot, it's been clean all day. As far as what Shinobi does, they have to be concerned. There's one player located by Mail. Another one on the, oh my goodness, another one on that rope. Good try there, but it was Dapper that swung that one. He was the Mail player that I was concerned about. They had no idea that he was there, and they managed to benefit from that one. Now, Cloud9, 8-4. If you get it, that'll be big. Will it be enough?
Yeah, and it's just seeing TENZ in that position. The team is not expecting, or he is not expecting such a huge B heaven commitment in that position, but he found out about it too late. Otherwise, he wouldn't be in that spot. And here we go. This is the last round of the first half, and C9, I really, yeah, as you say, like, they need every round, man. They need all 8 rounds. They definitely do. Dapper with those cages just to, again, create that presence.
Ooh. Mitch does bail out of there. Shazam almost had him. Doesn't end up working out, though. Oh, they're both playing a game of chicken so far. So far, given that Shazam got tagged, you know, kind of give Mitch a little bit of that lead there, but they'll just continue to play this one out slowly for C9. Let Sentinels make that decision here, and this is going to be the push potentially.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Alright, Mitch trying to just buy some time there using that swarm on B Heaven and checking B main, seeing nothing. Right now, C9 don't have any info. They've lost mid completely. Again, they can rely on the trip and the alarm bots towards ropes, and that should be cleared now. The 2-man peek going on there for Sentinels.
They're making moves toward A. The wall was there too to just kind of throw them off the scent, but there goes the trap. Now they know exactly where this commitment's going to go. 34 seconds, they have no choice, but there's that ice wall that you like before DDK. They're going to do it again. The paranoia comes through. Shinobi's going to be forced off of that position though, and he is going to get eliminated by Dapper. 6 swings at the elbow as well, thus giving them that neural theft with Shazam out on the flank. Blades out, last round in play. Ideally, they would have liked to have gotten this 8-4, but it seems like they're going to have to settle for a 7-5 unless Mitch can do something magical. 1 kill there, but Dapper has been on fire. And we're going to go to this next half, and Sentinels managed to climb their way back into this game.
Yeah, that's a great result given the difficulty and the sheer just skill that we saw out of the C9 team. I'm really impressed by what they've showed us so far, and it's so insane too because everybody has C9 written off of this series because of how good Sentinels are, and just like you said, the statistics, everything is going against Cloud9 winning split, let alone this series. So it's really cool to see that we first see Mitch on the Killjoy, and we see TENZ on the Raze. It feels like they're really taking this as seriously as they possibly could be, and the way that they're playing it is good so far. And as we move into this pistol, it'll obviously be pivotal. C9 need every single advantage they can get, and in terms of their setup here on the defense, it's looking pretty standard. They're expecting the A hit to come through, and they'll be playing a B retake setup really here. Just a Cypher and the Sage for Sentinels.
Mitch did take care of that camera, so they don't have that vision inside.
Got that cage for that one way, so you'll see their legs. And Sage also is very good at slowing things down, so that's what Sick's job is if they do go for the hit towards the B site. And Mitch is just harassing here, trying to create that presence, trying to create that rotation or that info play around mid, which Sick is now going to go for, and that's something that maybe C9 can get a pick if Sick, tries to bite off more than he can chew. You can only get so much info. You've got to be so careful here. Sentinels have no idea what's going on.
Exactly. Like they're right now. Like I think that this is going to be happening over at B, but it just does not seem like it'll be safe. That camera play will only serve to help him out. The Cypher Dapper on site. They're going to rotate this one over to A. They didn't really get much. They don't see anyone that was by ramps. They were going back and forth on that camera the entire time. So the cross comes through, and I think that now at this point, Sentinels, they're confident.
Those double cages are a bait for the Paranoia, and to get rid of the utility, and it looks like Sentinels didn't buy it. It's still holding on to the Paranoia.
They're going to take this one slow. This is it, though. Now the push is going to come through. Where's the Paranoia? The Paranoia is going to connect with two. Zoms and Sinatra get themselves a few on the board now. 9 seconds remaining. They have no choice. As Sentinels win this one, Anti-Eco up next. You're all tied up. Then what do you do, Cloud9?
Oh, wow. That was so awesome to watch. Like, when those double cages went down, I'm like, oh my god, that's so smart. The fact that they're holding, they're waiting for Sentinels to think, okay, there's no time. We know they're committing. With 20 seconds left, they are 100% committing to the A site. With double cages, they're walking behind them. And so we're going to throw our utility in. And so that was the bait. But Sentinels didn't fall for the bait. They just held onto their utility, just chilling on the site. That's so awesome.
The longer you can hold on to the Paranoia, that wins you rounds, man. Like, there's no question about it. All right, well, Dapper bounces back. I think he did see one player when he jump peeked for B main. Had to have gotten a note that maybe someone was going to be behind that box because they were putting a lot of emphasis there.
Ooh. Shazam catching a very naughty Vice, trying to gain some ground up A ramp, but oh, the lineup there for the Ghost not quite working out for Sick. And well, there you go. It's a 4v4 actually, and so you can't count out C9 with a couple nice shots. They could really do some damage here. A lot of utility has been expended actually for Sentinels. I believe the paint bombs have been sent out. I think the Boombot as well.
Yes, Boombot was used too. They still have Paranoia to play around with. Oh, the full rotation outside. So they're going to go right around spawn. This is going to leave Zom still with the Paranoia, by the way. That will be a problem. But I think they know. And if Zoms plays this angle here, he will get one with the Bulldog burst.
Shadows traveling.
Oh, that turret's out too. That did kind of give away a little bit of what they should be expecting here. Right through the dark cover, and it's a massacre. Through and through. Zoms gets 2 kills out of this. Sinatra, he only has 1 player left to deal with. It's Shinobi. He's going to look to get a gun, maybe save it, get a kill, cost Sentinels some cash in this game, but that's really about all he can do here. No other options. Sentinels have tied this one up as expected on defense. The way Sentinels play, it's difficult, man. Like, what else can you really say about it? Sen is so good at playing this map, and their defense, it's really spectacular.
Yeah, so far so good. Win the pistol, win the anti-eco. I like the idea from C9, and they got some great damage out there. They forced a lot of utility. Like, you can see C9's really trying to work the map effectively and create the best chances of success. Yeah, definitely. And they know that this matchup is everything for them. This is such an insanely hard team to beat right now, and I'm sure they've studied Sentinels quite a lot. And I love the Ice Orb early on. It just prevents any aggression from the defenders, and it means that if the defenders want to try to get info to B main, it's going to be quite risky, so you have to spend utility to do it safely. Same presence towards A ramp as well, so usually this would get a delayed mid-take, but it looks like we might actually have Sentinels to make an information play towards B main here.
Oh, they're going to swing this one out. Dapper's going to go for it. Another one around the corner, and Relics, he was not prepared for that one. They'll get the orb. They'll benefit from this. 2 players are going to be stuck inside of B main. TENZ does have an angle, and Sinatra's stuck. And he'll be okay. While that was going on, a lot of activity happening in Heaven as Mitch is making some progress up there. It could end up being a disruptor as Shazam he's currently going to be surrounded by 3 members of C9. Ah, but Shazam, he's good for it. He gets the kill.
And there he goes, rotating around. Cloudburst will cover his approach back to Heaven, and he can play across fires with Sick, although I wonder if Sick understands that he can be wrapped from elbow here. Well, now he certainly does. TENZ makes his way around, 21 HP to work with, though. The bunny hops. Oh, wow, he's still alive. TENZ might have another kill out of this, but he will get shut down by Sick. And I just want to quickly highlight an important point about this round, Alex. So Sentinels understood the pacing of the default from C9. So usually, as I mentioned, you have this pressure on the extremities, which then allows you to maybe take ultimate orb control, and maybe you can deal with any pushes, and you deny information. Then you need to take mid control in the mid round. Sentinels pushed B main at precisely the timing in which they expect that C9 are pulling their players away from the extremities into the middle take, which means that, as we can see there, they get to actually hit an aggressive timing that the opponents are not expecting because they're transitioning into their mid take. So they hit that perfect timing. So that tells us that either they just got lucky and it's a good call, or they've done their research and they really understand the timings of their opponent right now.
Yeah, at this level of play and the way that everyone's been tackling this, there's so much material on Sentinels right now that you can really rip away information and try to anti-strat them. But the problem is that their shots are just so good, and they always mix it up in the best possible ways. I am concerned about Cloud9 here because with Killjoy, like, you want to try and get as many rounds as possible on defense. It was looking good. 9-3, I'm kind of favoring what they have going on. But now that it's tied up and that, well, actually, no, I believe Sentinels has the lead now.
Trying to think, it was it 8-4, and Sentinels just got 4 rounds in a row?
I believe so.
So yeah, it should be 8-8, right?
It should be 8-8. Regardless. Oh, 7-8. Okay, it's not tied now.
Almost.
Sentinels have the lead, as a matter of fact, which is even scarier, because now they've won 5 rounds here. You know that's going to get in the mind of Sentinels. They're a little frustrated. What do they have to do to crack this egg and get onto the site? They have had no plants either, so nothing has been able to work out thus far for Cloud9 on their attack to be able to get on site. That tells me a lot.
Yeah, it's been there's so many things that can happen as well from a macro strategy perspective with regards to the concept of pacing. We talked about it previously. Well, I mean, first let's see if we can guess. Well, okay, well, Dapper,
okay.
thanks for giving me time to talk, Dapper. So the idea of pacing is really huge because I just made the point that Sentinels read the pacing of their opponents. They know when to when and where to put their aggression to catch C9 as C9 are defaulting and in the transition. That's a great timing found. Now that can create a reaction where C9 are thinking, well, when we're running our default and with this timing we've established, is it the case now we should wait longer and slow down more to catch Sentinels and create an information play trap so that when that play comes in, we just know it's coming and we've got a setup to deal with it.
But this goes right back to that point I was making before, that with all the material that is present for Sentinels, the fact that they constantly, time and time again, are always adjusting what they do on the fly makes it that much more impressive. Cloud9 have clearly done their homework. They've done their research. They're looking at what Sentinels like to favor, how they play, and they're trying to tackle these, but then you get adaption from Sentinels, and that is so annoying if you're C9.
Yep.
Because when you think you figured them out, they have another plan.
And the other thing about that is that we see no operators because, well, we'll go into that in a moment. Let's see how this goes initially. We get the cam in B main there from Dapper. And you can see that there's, again, the early presence here from C9 towards this B main position. Now we'll see if they leave somebody there for longer in a position where they can punish. Obviously, we can see that TENZ is sitting in B main right now. He doesn't know that the cam is there, so that might be annoying. We'll see if he can find it. And now the mid-take comes in a little bit more quickly than that previous round, but the wall just got put there as well. So they'll have to destroy the wall, which will announce that they're in this mid-take phase of their round, or they wait the wall out, but that's not the best thing to do either, because it just buys more time for Sentinels on their defense. So, just to your point too, Sentinels are playing this defense on B completely differently. They're leaning towards B heaven, and they can give up the B main position, which it seems to be the case that C9 are setting up for a B split right now.
Waiting for the opportunity. Oh, man. Zom's got a lot of information out of that, too. More than likely saw the Killjoy, and I think, I mean, the animate or the little graphic is there. I'm almost certain saw the Omen present as well.
We just got an ice wall there, which for the cross, this could be a bait, Alex, because they're not really committing behind this. And look, it pulled players away, and now we've got Omen Relics walking up towards B main as it pulled players to all their attention towards B main because of the wall. So there's a lot of stuff going on here in terms of the timings, and now the coordination comes in for C9. They've got 10 seconds to plant though.
Yeah, it was almost like a fake out to then go into the site and try and take this. Cloud9, they are going to succeed as the spike goes down. What a great play there from Cloud9, just to try and force Sentinels into an uncomfortable position, which has certainly going to pay off for them here, as now, finally, first time we're seeing in their half, they get the spike down. 2 players still left alive for Sentinels, meaning there's still going to be problems for them. Sinatra, though, as he drops down, is going to get wiped out, and now it's Zoms, who has to just wait this one. Maybe could play the exits. That's the only plausible option that he has. C9 will manage to bring this within 1, and that was a great play. The wall, back up, pull them over, and then go back in for the fight. I like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff there because, firstly, we talked about how C9 might be convinced to slow their pacing down so that they catch aggressions and don't fall in the way that they did in their previous gun round. That's exactly what happened. They slowed things down a lot. They left TENZ in B main in a position where he can try to punish any info plays, but they didn't overcommit players to it. They just let TENZ do it. And then they were super passive in mid, and then they kind of go for the fake out there on the B site without showing the presence in mid. So everyone comes off of the B heaven position. Everyone's scared when that wall goes down on the B site, and you start dumping stuff there, and then that lurk comes in. It's just the timings were just fantastic from C9. That was an amazing round from them.
That wall in itself is a big tell for so many teams. It's a commit. You know that they're going to go for it, but they play them like a fiddle. Now, as we move forward here, no ops for C9. I don't think that's really going to be something that they're going to try and go for right now, as Shazam, looking for some kind of presence in mid, is getting a bit of it. That turret goes down. If Shazam peeks, it will tag him, but they're playing around this here, and there it is. So Shazam nails the shot against Shinobi. Has to be frustrating if you're him, but Mitch trades. He's been lights out this entire game. Sicto is waiting right on the rope room. They trade this one out, but another player is going to be there too to respond, and the bot has tagged it out, giving Relics an opportunity to back away and also get this kill. Looking for another one. That's big there. Now it's just going to be 1 player left alive, and it's Zoms for Sentinels. 1v2. They got to get this spike back.
This is a tough one, Alex. Both ults are available, both the Omen TP and the Rocket as well, but Zoms takes down TENZ.
TP. Does he
Does
go
he
for
fake it?
I was thinking like maybe he would just out-fake the fake, right? But he gets that spike down. Now, a 1v1 Omen mirror match here. Zoms, he's going to be a little beaten up, but so will Relics be. Relics has been amazing this round for them, trade after trade. Oh, but Zoms does manage to get on site. They're playing a dangerous game of Ring Around the Rosie, and Relics does get the kill. 4 for him in that round to tie things up for Cloud9, and he's letting them know he means business.
That's quite the save there. That was a really scary one. Oh my god.
Imagine if he faked.
Yeah, what a crazy round. It's so amazing that he caught TENZ off guard. Shazam actually nearly hits the second shot that he fired off there. And so that really put Sentinels into a bad position. If Shazam gets that second kill, I think the round plays out very differently. I don't think that we get quite the commitment around ropes. But regardless, we got a really close game on our hands. And to see a 9-9 C9 Sentinels on split, fantastic stuff. Okay, let's see what the pacing is like here. Shazam's actually going for the dry peek again. He's been getting value out of this because C9 have wanted to be quiet earlier on in mid, and they've been doing a lot of walking around. So we'll have to see if they'll be wise to this peak as they just saw it previous.
Oh, he's going further in too. Okay, he was hovering around this. I think he will wait this out. Okay, there goes that bot. Which caused a problem last time, so they're going to remove that one right away. But no commitment from Cloud9 quite yet. It's only this one player that's been making noise.
Shazam is just so hungry for this.
Oh, okay. Mitch is there for a trade again. Shazam finds the mark, but I will think that Cloud9's way that they're playing this and essentially just pulling Shazam out of the equation has been very impressive.
Yeah, that's really helpful. And they run into the wall towards B main, which kind of ruins things a little bit for them. So they're going to have to reset the situation, and they get the res. But is it going to get punished? Here comes Dapper. He wants to punish that res. The paranoia comes through, and he gets the punish, and he gets out. That's beautiful.
Nicely done there by Sentinels to not give them the freedom to have that player advantage. Back now to 4-4 as TENZ inside of B main doing the same thing that we saw him do before. And now we might actually get this wall down. That camera though is going to be the difference. They have to make a move right now. They have no other choice. Here it comes though. Fire in the hole. He's going to look to make this shot happen. Dapper gets one. Vice is going to answer it right back. Spike is about to go down here. They have enough time. And now TENZ has been called out, but that's not going to be a problem for TENZ. Looks for one. Now TENZ in 1v2. Gets another one. Is he going to find him? Yes, he does. TENZ gives Cloud9 the lead. What a play.
Oh my god, that's unbelievable. They were playing against so much there, the clock as well. They're stuck in B main with 15 seconds left, almost looking like they were non-committal just moments previous to that. And this kill, obviously, they seem to be converting nicely in mid, and it's such an interesting mid dynamic we're getting as well in these rounds. It's very slow, and it's just very dry in the peaks, but regardless, C9 with these finishes, with this star power that TENZ offers, this is how you can beat Sentinels. You need to step up, not just as a team, but also as an individual, and that's exactly what C9 are doing.
Oh, they're going to go for this one. Aggressive play here. They're waiting this out. They have a reveal, though, and TENZ gets a kill on Zombs. Sinatraa backs away, 43 HP, gets healing, needs to disengage. They just try to change it up, right? Get in their face right away. Don't give them any comfort, but it is going to bite them right in the butt.
But they may want to be committed into this site here. That's one kill. That's going to further commit them. And here comes the rocket for Sinatraa. It could be huge. He gets only one. They were grouped up in the choke point. And it felt like a bait there, set up for Sinatraa to get some damage off of the back of that ult. But speaking of ultimates, we do get the lockdown coming through from the Killjoy there. And I wonder exactly what the response is going to be. Well, they're just going to hard send it. Sinatraa wanted to challenge and trade it out.
Look at Shazam, though. Shazam with blades up top is going to be spoiler now. Shazam gets paranoid. He's going to make this out, and he nails another one. It's just going to be left up to the Sage here, and just a beautiful play. Shazam bailing them out. It was looking good for Cloud9 for a moment. And then Sentinels were able to get a few kills that went in their favor, but it is Shazam in the end with the Blade Storm that ties this right back up.
Yeah, with players of this level, one of the things you never want to do is to play into what they want to do, like what your opponent wants to do. And we can see here that with the aggression, Sinatraa was on a Spectre. They didn't have the best firepower into that push, which is why they wanted to take the initiative. They don't want to let the other team just run a set piece when they have worse weaponry. You want to take those frags, and they convinced C9 to keep pushing, which is exactly what Sentinels wanted.
I wonder if Cloud9 also chains up their pace. They've been playing very slow and just the information game. And the one round, right, that they decided to, well, actually, they got forced into it by Sentinels. I wonder what this play is going to be here. Oh, man, Shinobi, that's unfortunate for him. That's unfortunate for TENZ, too. They're going to play this angle out, and they'll get that res too. So this is going to be a wonderful round here for Sentinels. 3v5, all the angles covered. They don't have to worry about anything. And what Sentinels is doing is they're saying, all right, Cloud9, you guys want to play the time? You want to wait for us to make the move? We'll make that move, and we're going to do it right at the beginning of the round.
Yeah, and the spike there, Sinatraa was wanting to punish that, but he didn't have enough utility left to do so. So that was a very close call for C9. They are successful on the rotation. They get the picks. Vice at the top of the ropes is going to punish Shazam as well. And this is not going to leave any avenue except screens available right now to try to prevent this spike from going down. Relics is not going to plant it just yet. They're going to be fed into him as they come from spawn. And Relics holding on to this one for now. Sinatraa, though, takes down Vice. Relics, he's going for the TP. Can he get it, though? It looks like he gets it all the way to the other side of the map. And here he is, a 1 versus 2. He's found himself in the afterplant.
What is going on here? Relic trying to clutch this one out. He's going to be tick right around this corner here, and he gets the kill. Now he's going to look for one more. 72 HP, a bait TP, just to try and put Sinatraa a bit on his heels, as Relics is going to be inside of hell, but Sinatra's going to find this target. Oh my goodness, Relics, what a play. What a play from Relics. Again, he does it. It feels like a broken record, DDK, but he keeps on giving.
That's so amazing to see that he's able to have such calm and focus. All those years of experience really paying off here for Relics. I cannot believe that he's able to make this play work just in the nick of time. Oh my god, that was so close. If there was some spray even through the dark cover, maybe he doesn't make it out of there. And then to follow it up with the 2 kills, the Fate TP comes through. And you know what? Sinatraa didn't even buy it, but Relic still gets the kill anyway. That's so
he didn't buy
fantastic.
it. That's the crazier part about it, man. He still did it. Now, mid-aggression here for Shazam. This is going to be a bit of a new look for him. And all of C9, they're just waiting this out. But Shazam is going to make contact here against Mitch in a little bit now, and there goes the kill. So they give him something brand new to work with. Shazam backs away. That was a bit bold there from TENZ, forcing Shazam all the way back, but he's going to be perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, I like that from TENZ quite a lot. If Shazam was trying to go into another off angle, he would probably try to shoot TENZ, and then TENZ's teammates should get the kill following it up. So not too expensive a satchel to help them get mid control, but actually, that said, they did lose, of course, Mitch, so that actually does suck. So as I try to backpedal on that point that it was cheap, but resetting with 50 seconds left isn't the worst situation in the world for C9. Sentinels have a 5v4, so they don't really care that much about playing the info game. They just want to play the defense. If they try to play for information, they may risk losing a player and going down 4 against 4. They'd rather play retake. They'd rather just force C9 to commit.
I think they want to get this orb. Yeah, feels like that's what they want to do. Yeah, wall's out. Oh, ooh, okay. But the camera, though, the camera's to tell. Because of that fact that the camera's so high up and they haven't been able to deal with that camera, they know that they're not going to be going in for this, so they're just playing it slow still, going to play their angles and their numbers advantage. They have no time to work with C9. They are playing with fire. They need to fly onto the site right now. The paranoia is going to be fat, though. It connects with a few targets. Zombs is going to be down low. The spike is down. That's going to be the round in favor of Sentinels, even though he gets a few kills, TENZ. They waited too long.
Yeah, that was almost a really interesting play. If they'd had a bit of extra time, it would have been really cool to see them just sending it up onto the B heaven position after throwing that wall down. As when you throw that wall down, again, teams can respond differently to certain utility in terms of the positioning of the anchor of the site, and that's like another thing in Valorant, right? There's so many variables. That's why I can't wait to see like how many super smart players are going to start making really insane reads.
Yeah.
As time goes on. But we're tied up here, Golden Boy, 11-11.
It's a great game.
This is a fantastic game of Split. Now, I'm curious what we will have in our hands. We've got a timeout right now, so we'll have to see exactly what we'll have to wait a moment longer to see what these teams intend to do. But we've seen very slow mid-play from both sides. Sentinels have been relying massively on Shazam to play with JETT to her strength. Get that operator, have that tailwind, hold the angle towards Ramen, and just see what you can get. And that seems to be generally just the opening of most of these rounds. And sometimes Shazam goes deeper, and sometimes he doesn't. So for Sentinels, it's all the same. They just want to kill as much time as possible and get a pick if they can.
He's been that person to make initial contact for them. Not going to be the case this time as they bring that sniper over toward A. It's Dapper instead. Lands a target, TENZ knows. Oh, that did not do anything against them. But the bullets, good old-fashioned guns. That actually is going to solve the problem there.
Oh man, Relix is going in, doing it for the Bromans there. The TP forwards. Surely not, Relix. Surely not.
Oh.
He will get stopped. That's such a bold play. And it's going to be sick to swing back into B main. He's going to go down though. So with that, if they can try to get the spike and reset out of this, they got a 2v3. They got a minute to go, Alex. And there's a lot of holes now on this map.
But he's going to... What? What? Oh, man, but he gets tagged up. He's still going to commit to it, though. Mitch is a madman. He's so crazy. Vice gets a kill. If Mitch actually swings around this corner here. Okay. This is winnable. Entirely winnable. Spike is going to go down. The Neuro Theft is activated, and it's just Zombs alone. With the Paranoia, though, so they cannot play close to one another. They have to be careful. The alarm bot, he saved it. So he's got that lane covered. If he goes that way, he knows that there's just nothing else that he could possibly do. Oh, man. This is a big round. It'll be match point after this. What a game this has been. The angle's being held. Zombs only has a Spectre. He could swing this corner and get the kill. Both players for Cloud9 are going to be dangerously weak. He's going to go for it, though, but he did not make the swing happen. Now they know exactly where he's going to be. Match point, Cloud9 on Split. I'm just stunned. I'm stunned that this is what's going on, DDK.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's such a hard spot for Zombs right there as well. Like, you have a full Omen kit. It's really hard to know how to play that, and honestly, you know, he did as well as you could expect in
Yeah,
that
nothing else he
situation.
could do.
I mean, this was insane from Mitch.
That was such a nasty
Just
shot.
the fact that, like, again, you have a 2v3 here. They have loads of time. There's so many ways they can play the round from that point, but they decide to just without really any delay, just recommit into the B site. I have to say, I feel like that's an unusual way to play that, but they were so confident that just worked brilliantly well for them. And now Sentinels, oh my god, they might lose a split. They might lose a split here. What is their money situation like? What is the gear? Oh, it's not the best.
No, but
2 Stingers, a Judge, and 2 Phantoms.
Fat
And
Judge play though. Send it mid. Make magic.
no, they're far away from any ultimates. The ultimate advantage on C9 right now is insane. They've got the rocket ready to go. They've got the res ready to go. They've got a TP if necessary. And they've got better weaponry. Sentinels, in a situation like this, need to make something happen early on in the round. They need to make a play happen, but C9 know their situation. They know what kind of weaponry they're going to have. C9 are going to be looking for that.
First slow orb out. All those players by Anime get that info. Dapper with that high cam. It's actually served him quite well in the past. Okay, he's going to just drop this one back. It does to get the tag, but TENZ is not surprised, obviously. TP pops up there. Okay, so the TP inside of that room just gives them some intel. Where are they looking at? What are they trying to do? And also, I don't know if you saw that there, but he took that trap wire out, and he's now going to reposition the trap wire onto the default plant, which does not give them the opportunity to try and remove that. But they still have the one way for the cyber cage on B in case of anything. Now the attention goes toward mid.
Yeah, we see the dark cover there onto Robes, which sometimes can force action, depending on, because it's a denial of information for the defense. So we'll see what Sentinel's reaction is to this. They are leaning towards the B site now. They've got 3 players towards that. If you include Jett, who could dash towards the B heaven position if they win the mid. Now, the question is, will Sick be able to get good timings here? Oh, there's a TP at the back B site to get info. Now they know that there's no one back site, and there goes the rocket for TENZ.
He's going to try and fly into this one here, looking for any player that's going to expose himself. The rocket fuse is going to go down a little bit, and he does manage to take care of that particular trap wire. 12 seconds remaining. It's just now going to come down to Dapper with the Stinger, but he can't find the target that he needed. A 3v3, though, as Sinatra answers back for one of his own. TENZ swings the corner. TENZ gets the kill. Now it's a 1v3. Only player left is Zombs. He's got himself a Stinger and a Dream, but that's going to do it. Cloud9 have one split. Cloud9 won split. What?
I think you should say it again. I don't. That's so nuts.